Hey there, youngin. My name's Cletus, and I just got back from my fishing trip, and I heard that you need to learn how to use ranged weapons to get you a birdie. So since my wife's making dinner, I decided a couple minutes beforehand maybe I could show you some things about the weapons, so you can learn about all of them and use them effectively. So let's get started. The first thing you want to do is get out of your city slicker outfit and put on your good old camo attire so we can get ready to go hunting. Alright, now that you got your good clothes on, now it's time to grab your weapon. And to start out, we're going to teach you about how to use your spear. Now, these things are good for melee and for long range. And if you get good enough, you might even do a good old flip like I can do here. Alright, so let's get on hunting some birds. Alright, so the first challenge of hunting you a bird is you gotta find you a bird. So, right now I've got my cows and bulls nearby, but we need to go find us a duck. 'Cause that's what I'm interested in. Now, a good thing to do to get some ducks is to go sneak, do that thing. Get close to the ground, they can't hear you as much. What you do is you take your spear, you chuck it. Now, a lot of people have problems getting them far enough. So what you want to do is probably throw it higher than you think you need to do. Or you can just go a little closer than you think you need to get. Now they're really sensitive to hearing your sound though, so if they hear it, they're going to be gone. So just be careful. I got one here, I'll throw it, and there I go. I got me duck tonight. Now, that's also something you need to look out for though as a duck hunter. If you throw it too slow, sometimes it'll hit the duck and they'll fly right back off and it won't even hurt them. So you'll just be sitting there, you'll hit a bird, but it won't even matter. Now, as you can see, they can be pretty stupid sometimes too. You can walk up and hit them if you're lucky enough. And that's the other type of killing you can do with a spear. Just melee them with it. However, throwing it's always a lot easier to do, so I advise doing that if you get good enough to use it. But this is really all I got to say about the spear. It's good for melee and long range, but really, it ain't too good for killing birds in the first place. So let's just get on to our second weapon. See you when I get my next weapon out. Alright, our next weapon is this here bow. Now I'm just going to use a normal tip arrow because really there ain't nothing better than just using normal arrows. The fire arrows are good, but they're not very useful in killing birds because you want to get those feathers. As you can see, I do hold it pretty cool. So, let's get started. Now, since last time we've went out here, I've gotten the place stocked with some ducks though. Because last time we were running kind of low, so I just kind of got someone come out here and let loose a bunch of ducks. So, really, best thing you can do with a bow is crouch down and keep her steady. Now, of course, you want to get as close to the bird as possible just to make it easier on yourself. So you don't have to do all these Call of Duty long shot trick shot crap y'all like to do in them video games. You want to pull it back and let her loose. I advise, till you get really good with a bow, just go ahead and pull it back all the way. You don't want to be doing those half pull back crap. See, I ain't even good with it that much. See, you gotta get really good before you can start doing that. Because I'm missing all my arrows. I'm gonna have to go Goodwill soon and get some more. But you just want to pull all the way back and shoot it. Now, bows are good for shooting at short range, but long range, they ain't so good at. Medium range, they're still pretty good, but at long range, they ain't. But see, pull it back all the way, and I'm getting them good now. But a bird like that far away, you don't even want to go for him, because quite honestly, it ain't even worth it, because you'll probably miss him a bunch. And what's the point when you can get one that's that close? And well, really that's all there is to the bow too. It's kind of point, you gotta point in front of them though if they're flying. Like you can't just shoot right there, you gotta kind of go in front of them. You gotta lead your shot. And you gotta shoot above them too if they're too far away. Because the arrow does have drop, as you can see. Actually, I wasn't trying to kill that there young bird, but he got in my way. See, it does go quite a far distance, but it still does have some drop at distances, so you just want to go careful with it. So, let's go back and get our next weapon. Alright there, Watcher. Today, we are doing the crossbow today. Now, this is a difficult weapon, but if you know how to use it, it is great for you to use. So, let's get on our hunt. Alright, now when I said it was hard to use, it's actually just hard to reload if you don't know what you're doing. If you know how to reload, it's as easy as eating corn on the cob. So what you want to start out doing is grab this here string, pull it back to this latch back here, and when you let go, it should stay there if you've done it right. Now after you've done that, you want to get your bolt and you want to drag it over, and then there you go, it's loaded. Then just point and shoot. Now like everything else, when you go crouch, it's a much steadier to hold it up. And it looks like I gotta get this place stocked up next time we go and test our next weapon. But we can just walk over here real quick, no big deal. Now this has much more velocity than the bow does, and if you don't know what that means it goes much further without dropping. As you can see, you don't even need to really follow the birds, because it's just real easy to kill them. Now long range is much easier to do with this, so I really could recommend just shooting at whatever the heck you feel like shooting at. Because it don't really cause much a problem, because as you see, I didn't miss none of them shots there. Because I'm a good crossbow marksman. I could have been in those medieval times or whenever them soldiers ran around with these things. Could have shown them all up. But as you can see, you can also get rid of whatever you're shooting too, just as easily. But yeah, its drop is so much less. Let's try to see how far it went before it went down. There you go. That might not even, I don't know. Here, let's try this there again. And that's shooting it basically straight out, and as you can see, that's how far it went. And the good thing about the crossbow is you don't gotta pull it back. You see something you want, you shoot for it right then and there. As you can see, you ain't gotta hold it up, pull your thing back, because it's already pulled back. That's the beauty about the crossbow. Now, I'm gonna have some hard time finding my way back home, but once we do, oh, there we do. But when I do, I'm going to get this place restocked and I can tell you about how to go hunting with the musket. So, I'll see you when I get that taken care of. Alright, so now guys, we got the best weapon here in this game. But don't forget, you need to have gunpowder, cotton wad, and your ammo if you want to shoot this thing. It ain't as simple as others, but shooting it's real nice and smooth. So when you get that stuff taken care of, let's go out and get started. Now the good thing about the musket is either you can reload it from the edit bar like this, or you can just load it from your inventory hotbar like this. Just drag the stuff over in that order: gunpowder, cotton, then your ammo. First we're going to learn the musket ball, and then it should be loaded. You'll know it's loaded if, well, you know, it shoots. So let's just point, aim, and fire. And there you go, we loaded it just fine. It shot all good. Excuse me. Got too much cigarette smoke in my house. I told her not to be smoking in there, but she really don't want to. But my wife, she's a purty one, so I like to keep her around. Now, since this thing works like anything else, still, steadiness keeps it good. However, the thing different from this than all the rest is you ain't gotta shoot in front of it or measure and drop, because it goes straight forward no matter what. Now, I find the musket ball easiest to kill with. And it kills about everything with one shot. Here, I'm going to put all this back in here to make it easier for me to load. But it kills everything up to a moose with one shot. As you can see, I just took down that bull down over there. Let's try to get over here. We're going to try to get some birds here real quick. So you can see, just point, shoot. No pulling back or anything to get you ready for it. Now, buckshot. This is an important one. It's really good for killing you a bird. It's basically equivalent of a shotgun. You can even get 2 birds if you're lucky enough with it. Let's see if we can try to get us 2 with it. First, you gotta kind of try to find 2 that are pretty close to each other, though. Because if they're too far away, you ain't gonna have a chance of getting it. As you can see, I got that one, but he flew away. I don't know what happened to him. There you go. We got 2 birds with one shot right there. Freaking 2 of them. So if you know how to use it, you can really do some damage. You can kill so much with buckshot. Can't kill a bull very easily with it, but you can try. Buckshot's mostly just for those folk who ain't good at aiming. They just point at a bird and shoot. But as you can see, it's not very accurate to use the buckshot. So long range distance like that can be a little difficult sometimes shooting them. See if we can get these 2 right here though. Alright, we only got 1 of them, but I recommend just go ahead and try to get 2 at the same time if you can, because you'll usually at least hit 1 of them. Now, the bad thing about this here weapon is, let's go to the ocean. I know I got flying mystical powers. I don't really know where I got these, but I think I got them at the flea market when I ate this really old candy this lady sold me. Those Skittles are good, but if you were submerged in water, it does not shoot, but it will waste your gunpowder, so I recommend not shooting underwater. The rest don't work very well underwater, however they can at least do a little bit. If it's raining outside, it still don't work. If you're just above water, still don't work. Gunpowder gets wet and see it just don't work. But get out of the water, you're fine. If it's raining, just don't use it. Leave it at home and use a crossbow that day. Personally, I like crossbows the most because, well, they're the most resource sufficient. However, muskets are really easy to use if you're someone who has to rely on something easy to use. And, well, really there ain't much more to go on about all this stuff. Spear is kind of hard to use, but ever since the tools had more damage, machete's pretty good, but I still like to use the spear more, just in case, because you can throw it at animals as they run away. I ain't got this thing loaded. But one last thing about the musket before we end this here video for YouTube. You can go in a group of animals, and if you don't want them coming near your house, be like, get out of here, and shoot just an empty shot, and then there they run. They'll run and get out. It's good at nighttime, say. There's a bunch of wolves nearby. Let's see. Well, I want a wolf. Here. Oh, there we go. See, I know how to stock stuff too, but you just shoot and then the little wolf gets scared and runs away because you know you don't want them near your herd, so. Yeah, so this is Cletus, and I guess I'm done with this here video. I guess I'll see you next time when we learn how to use horseback riding. So I guess I'll see you later, guys. Alright, young feller, you did a good job in the field today. As you can see, it's almost nighttime, so I got my jammies on. I'm gonna grab a couple beers, listen to Eric Church. I'm gonna hit the old dusty trail later, so I hope this video really helped you out. Maybe you can use some ranged weapons, kill some ducks, and come visit me later again. But leave a like and friend me on YouTube or give me 5 stars, whatever you freaking do on this here media web stuff. But till next time, guys, hope this helped you out, and see you later.